Everyone stick with the us versus herd. It's your first time here. Hit subscribe. Happy Thursday. S&Ps are up 5. Dow's up 103. NASDAQ up 7. Russell's up 11. Gold down 12. We got volatility down 14 cents. So, kind of looking like a chill day. Hopefully we get some, nice bull runs here. If you're just joining in, say what up. We got Ben, Jeff, Sarah, Manchild, James, another James G, James Smith. What's happening? What's going on? Good morning. Man, I'll tell you one thing today. If snow doesn't close above 310, I'm going to start to get angry. Every time it tries to make a run, last couple days, snow is failed. I think I don't want to jinx it or anything. I think it could do it today. I think snow could break 310 and stay above 310, but we'll see. I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to jinx it, but I do think I think today could be the day. I mean, they've been pinning it right here, 290 last 3 days, 290. On snow. I need it to be above 310, which a month ago you'd be like, oh, that's no problem. Yeah, it went to 265. That's how it goes sometimes, Faiz, Jack, what's happening, guys? Hit the like button if you guys can do me a favor there. Couple things going on this morning. I'll go over some of my positions. We can talk about what we want to do here. Logic 6 a.m. We gotta grind, man. We gotta grind. Yeah, I mean, I know it's tough on the West Coast, but we gotta grind. I mean, we got Jack over in Poland right now, and you're so you got it easy. Delta. So Delta Airlines, they posted earnings. Worst year ever. Delta's lost a record $12.39 billion in 2020. Delta swung to a $755 million net loss in the fourth quarter, compared with a $1.1 billion profit a year earlier. Total revenue fell 65% in the fourth quarter. You'd think that'd be bad, but future outlook is pushing Delta up. So, looking like more of a premium burn. Expected move for Delta Airlines was $1.80, $1.90 expected move right now. It's only up $1, so it's within the expected move. Premium was a little bit on the low end, 57%. So, I mean, premium sellers may make a little bit here unless they did something very, very far out of the money or something like that, So Delta is making its move higher. 2021's offering so many promises already. Hey guys, if you can't have fun, what's the point? But yeah, so I'm not going to read this whole thing, but the numbers are what the numbers are. 65% down. Guess it all depends on how they do in the future here. So we'll see what happens. In other news, I don't know if anybody here is trading Beyond. Taco Bell is going to be partnering with Beyond Meat. I know you guys cannot wait to try the Beyond Meat tacos. So they're going to test a menu item made with Beyond Meat's beef substitute. They don't say what they're doing, but there is hold on, some birds outside my window just tearing it up or something. I didn't think there was any birds here in the winter, but I guess they just don't care anymore. Just maybe I don't know what species and stuff it is, so we can see. Yo, Red Dust, what's going on? Samir Grant, how is the news so bad that they're up? It's got to be guidance. If you guys are just joining, say what's up in the chat. So that's for you Beyond holders right now. Beyond is pushing up, 130. It's up about $5 right now. SPCE is up big. So ARK, Kathy Wood from ARK says they're going to be creating a fund for space companies. And obviously SPCE fits that profile. So they're going to be investing in space galactic companies preparing for the future. And that is why SPCE is way up. Yeah, Grant. Well, also the government is going to be cut. I mean, the airlines, I think, are getting some of the stimulus off of the last stim bill. What was it, a few weeks ago that was passed? They're going to be helped out there, so they're going to be able to weather the storm. And then I think the market's reacting to, because also yesterday it was announced Biden's going to be announcing a $2 trillion relief plan. I think. When is he? Let me see here. Let me pull it up. I don't want to just talk. Okay. So, hold on, man. These ads on these websites are bad. The Biden team is taking a shoot for the moon approach with the package. The proposal will include sizable direct payments to American families, significant state and local funding, including for coronavirus vaccine distribution and other emergency spending measures. So I don't know. Let me see. It doesn't say anything about like the companies, but there's gonna be a big, there's gonna be a big relief plan coming in, including stimulus checks. But outside of stimulus checks, they're doing stuff obviously for businesses, even though they did just fund some of that. So yeah, up to $2 million for small businesses. So I'm not, we can, I think the airlines are going to be able to weather the storm, but the government. What's interesting is that, back in the, back in the recession. So what's interesting, man, I guess, I don't know. I'm trying to think about this. So back in the recession, companies like GM and stuff like that were given a loan from the government to weather the storm so they can make it through. They then had to pay that loan back. Ford was the only car manufacturer that didn't take a U.S. government loan. GM and all of them had to pay it back. So they're probably like, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of just a different situation, different times. Now these guys, they're not going to have to, pay it back. They're not going to have to pay it back. So at least not the full thing if they are. Birds lived in 2022, don't forget. But yeah, for Virgin Galactic, I was actually, so last month I was selling naked puts in Virgin Galactic. I really wish I would have reloaded on the dip. I was like, I really like selling puts in here. It seems very stable stock. When it goes down, it kind of stabilizes. Seems like a good stock to sell puts in, and then it just, it kind of just blew my mind. I was also thinking about this too this morning. The thought occurred to me. What do you guys think? I mean, it might. People are like, the dollar is getting weak against other currencies because we keep printing money, but other countries are doing the same exact thing, if not more. I mean, there's countries that are paying every month to families that are their citizens every month until the coronavirus pandemic is over. So like, if everybody's doing it, does that really devalue, or do we just stay on the same playing field? You know what I mean? Or is it just because America is doing that much more in terms of dollars? I guess what I gotta look at is how much other countries are printing versus America, and then kind of compare it that way. Obviously, we have a bigger population than a lot of countries, so that's already gonna be more money. But I mean, isn't it kind of relative? I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it would be kind of relative, Like if everybody's doing it, wouldn't it all just be the same? If everybody got paid $1 million, let's say everybody got $1 million, wouldn't we all just be in the same place we were before? Because prices will go up. Because companies know, hey, everybody has $1 million, let's raise the prices up, right? I mean, isn't it kind of relative? I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about that. But American hasn't printed money in like 6 months because nobody could pass anything. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. And also, we haven't been distributing that much. Like it's been in one entire year, there were 2 distributions from the government, and two bills that were passed. Now with Biden and the House and the Senate being in Democratic control, obviously, I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, I'm not like for me, in terms of America and being American, I do like that there's checks and balances, that no one has full control, right? So, yes, it's good that the Democrats want to pass the bill. The Republicans oppose it for certain reasons. It's good to have those checks and balances. Right or wrong, it's good. I mean, you kind of see in the world where there's not checks and balances how things could go. China, stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm not really down for one party controlling the entire system. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know. Were the world reserve currency dollars bears? Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is like, Faisal will, if we keep printing, keep devaluing the dollar, are they going to pick? But would they pick, let's say, like China as the world currency or something like that? Like, would they pick that? Like, would they pick a communist country to do that? I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they wouldn't do that. But I mean, obviously the dollar has gone downhill ever since, it's not backed by gold. It's just a piece of paper. So it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen in 4 years? I don't know. I guess the worst thing would be, mass inflation, hyperinflation, and just super long lines to the soup kitchens. I mean, that's all I can. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that was my only thought. That, like, I was thinking, I'm like, hey, if everybody's doing it, are we really devaluing it? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I was like just thinking about that this morning, but I was. SPY right now 380, pushing up, could be breaking all-time highs today. Where is the Johnson & Johnson had some news last night. I don't know if you guys caught that. Johnson & Johnson's up a little bit. I mean, it did hit 164.60. Johnson & Johnson had some good results, but it's early. They're still early in their trial. Now, the good news about Johnson & Johnson, unlike Pfizer, Moderna, is that it's one shot, one dose, not 2 doses, just one shot. Makes it really simple, a lot simpler for a lot of people. So they showed early in their trial that people generated a good immune response. Now, we don't know what that means in terms of a mass rollout, when it's going to come out, anything like that, but that's currently the situation. Good news from Johnson & Johnson's trial. So Johnson & Johnson moved up. Now, it did put, I don't know, did it do it on Pfizer? Not really, but on mRNA, it did make the stock dip to 121. It has recovered some. Now, mRNA, I put a position on yesterday because I feel like it's going to try to make a run to 140, crossed over the 50-day, crossed over the 10-day. I think it's going to make another run to 140, 150. My current position on mRNA, I'm in the 115, 110 credit put spread. I only got one of them. Just kind of go really slow. I did get a $1.96 credit for it. So, it was a pretty good credit for a $5 wide spread. $3 max loss. We're good. I fumbled so bad yesterday, over leveraged, high price. That was my plan. None because it was such a big loss. I just bag held and hope. When you hold and hope, you messed up. Yeah, when hope is your primary strategy, you effed up, bro. You're like, well, I hope. you did it wrong. Bitcoin's printing. There's literally no other country in the world will go to other than the dollar. Everyone's currency becomes worth less together. If the dollar drops, will Bitcoin retain its value? I think so. NGA is breaking out. Turtle planning to play a bank earnings today. Let's look at Turtle. NGA. What do you got? Is this? And this. I mean, I can't tell you how many charts this year that I've looked at this year look exactly like this in the last 12 months. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, how many times are we going to see the same exact chart? I mean, are we in a bubble or? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, how many times am I going to see this same exact chart? I mean, it's gone from $9 to $31, just a few months. I mean, here we are. Yo, Daniel Ring, what's going on, man? I made money on GME. Man, GME was wild. GME is up to, GME is up to 37 this morning. Yeah, I can't even trade that. Keep in mind, guys, today, real quick here. Keep in mind, Jerome Powell, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. All these times are in Eastern time. 12:30 p.m. Jerome Powell is going to be making a speech. I don't think it's really going to be impacting the market, but who knows? Who cares what I think? If he says something that maybe potentially could be market moving, the market will move. That's essentially. So here's your warning. 12:30 p.m. Eastern time, Jerome Powell, I can't be more clear, is going to be speaking. And, we'll see what he said. I mean, there was a ton of Fed speakers. They all said a lot of things this week, but it didn't really move the market at all. Jerome Powell's coming out the gate. Maybe he'll be bullish on them. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, 9:30 a.m. California time. So just be mindful. Man, part of me wants to move to California because you guys get a very early start and then the market's done and then you have your full day. But then it's man, you got to get up at the freaking crack of dawn to actually make power moves. You know what I mean? Yeah, I try to sell some premium on GameStop too, and I canceled my order because I actually got scared. They didn't hit my order. I canceled it. So, I mean, it's just crazy. So just be mindful. But also tomorrow, we're going to be starting earnings season with the banks. We got the banks tomorrow: JP Morgan, Citibank, Wells Fargo, PNC. So the only one I really like to trade here out of tomorrow's earnings, and this is pre-market, JP Morgan. I don't really like trading these other guys. They're not as liquid. JP Morgan and then Goldman Sachs and Bank of America are going to be kicking off. Now is Netflix. Let me just make sure the Netflix earnings date is right. Is this Netflix? I don't see Netflix on here. Netflix, I feel like that date's not right. Let's see here. Tastyworks is not showing what day Netflix is. Let's see here. Okay, they're saying, so TD Ameritrade is saying January 19th. Tastyworks is not saying what date it is on Netflix chart. So, maybe it is right. We'll see. Netflix. So just be mindful. So we got the banks earnings. So if you guys are going to do anything in the banks, I think the banks are probably going to be tough because, they just had this enormous run. JP Morgan has run hot over the last week. And it's been running ever since it gapped up here on November, what was this? November 6th. It's pretty much, it's a little choppy, but, going straight up, had the dividend payout, pushing up now. cash money. Anybody that bought JP Morgan 80s or 90s are just sitting in a ton of cash right now. So if you own stock, congratulations. Bank of America, pretty much similar situation. I mean, these are coming up to pre-pandemic levels. So the question is, how high are the banks going to push above pre-pandemic levels? That's the question. Goldman Sachs already, I mean, if we look at the 2 years on Goldman Sachs here, so I think that, like, for me, I might just let JP Morgan go and kind of see what kind of numbers they report and maybe put a position on Bank of America to kind of play that, you know. But, I mean, Goldman Sachs way above their 2-year chart. I mean, like 2019, I mean, this thing was basically 180, 200. Now it's 300. I mean, it's out of here. I mean, is that just what we're going to be expecting for the next 5 to 10 years? Like, just throw some money in it. You could be good. It's on the 19th. Okay, I don't know why Tastyworks is not confirming that. It's kind of weird. Netflix. So let's go back to Netflix. Netflix was definitely a buy at 480. I thought it was going to go lower. I should have put a position on. I thought it was going to go a little bit lower, and it didn't go lower. So, my bad. That was a good setup here. It was a good setup for Netflix. I mean, came back down to the support area. It didn't quite hit the support area that I was thinking it was going to hit, and then it reversed, and now we are moving up on Netflix 508. I mean, it's a little flat. If we can catch a dip 495, I might try to play a pre-earnings run up into next week, is what I'm thinking. So I'd never had to buy a put again. I mean, I haven't. The only time I've bought a put in the last few months, honestly, is just through credit put spreads. Like, that's all I've done. Like, I really haven't been shorting, but then you kind of start thinking to yourself, is like, how long is this going to go on for? You know, how long can I just be long like this? You know, like, I think we learned some hard lessons last year, especially, like, you know, when we're coasting up. We had some really rough waters back in September, back in October, November, and then we're green skies ahead. So, I mean, we had green skies. I mean, it lasted a while, but we had a major drop. I mean, to be fair, there was a major drop. And then, you know, straight up for a few months, and then we had some pullback, a little rough in here that you'd want to be short in, and then, you know, we'll see that. Yo, thanks, man. Thanks, T. What's going on? If you guys are just joining, say what up. If you guys can do me a favor, hit the like button. EEM. Let's see here. Emerging markets. Whoa. Yeah, emerging markets. I mean, everything's going up. I mean, I think that the market is trying to price in that, like, it feels like 2021 is the recovery year, but I don't want to get too confident. You know what I mean? Yo, Ramsey, what's going on? Yo, Jay, PayPal. Yeah, PayPal. I made some money on Square yesterday. PayPal, I think, is going to be, you know, it was chopping in here, but now it looks like it's want to break out all-time highs. Square yesterday. Square was, I mean, I sold the rip in here yesterday, which was good. It came down to 230. I was holding the 230 calls. It's now back up to 233. Square, I think, looks a little bit more interesting to me than PayPal. I mean, PayPal will push all-time highs. I think I like the range here, and Square a little bit better. I think it could go 245. So I might be looking for another position on Square as well, but I don't want to get, like I said earlier this week, I don't want to get too heavy going into the weekend because of the potential riots. I mean, there's been a lot of threats. There's a lot of inauguration day threats. There's also a lot of threats for January 17th. So, like, I don't really know what that means. It's just, like I've been saying, is it just people being peaceful and protesting? I mean, Trump did say yesterday, no violence, no destruction. At least he said that. But, you know, people are going to do what they want to do. People are going to be angry. Obviously, also the impeachment is probably going to stoke the fire a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to stay inside my house and See what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm trying not to load up too much this week. FXI and all these FXI. Yeah, China's moving up because they said that they're going to be reviewing the tariffs that we placed on, or the Trump administration. The U.S. Chamber of Business is going to be, they said this yesterday, is going to be reviewing the tariffs that were placed by the Trump administration on China to make sure they're in our economic best interests. And if they're not, they're going to, take them off. They're probably going to take them off. Let's just be honest. Facebook. What are your thoughts on Facebook and that long leg doji? I have a long call on it. So I am long Facebook. So I have a debit call spread. I'm not long a naked call. I have a debit call spread. I bought it yesterday. It was like 250, 252 area, somewhere in here. I paid $560 for it. What I liked about, and I was talking about this on the stream yesterday, what I liked about Facebook is that, it's coming up on the 200-day moving average. Earnings catalyst is coming up. Earnings is on January 27th. I think Facebook is going to have a pre-earnings run to 270. Now, that's my opinion, not investment advice, but that's the way I see this chart. This is the way I'm thinking it's going to go down. Like, I'm thinking that, I loaded in small. I went small because at the end of the day, Facebook is being scrutinized for censoring. A lot of things could go on. Lawmakers could be cracking down, but I have a feeling that they're not going to crack down as hard. I mean, if Trump remained president, I would not be long Facebook. I would not be long Twitter. But since Trump is not going to be remaining president, I feel comfortable being a little long here. Pre-earnings, looking for a bounce off the 200-day or near the 200-day, which it looks like it's doing. It came down to 249. That 253 today. So, I think it could have a massive push to 270, 275. So that is my thoughts. I am long, full disclosure, I am long Facebook currently. And that's what I saw yesterday, and that's what I'm currently looking at. Do I want to double down and buy some more calls? Not really. We'll see what happens. I don't want to go too deep into Facebook. I do think Facebook is a great setup for the chart and with our earnings catalyst. I think they're going to do really well for earnings, but again, all that is speculation. You got to do what's best for your account. Some people here can't afford to get into a Facebook position. So don't try to, over leverage your account or anything trying to get into a position. There's millions of available opportunities every day in the market. I think that's what makes it so exciting. There's so many opportunities. Let's see what CLOV is doing, because I am getting hit on that. So right now it's at 415. So as long as it stays above 1217, I'm good. All right, market just opened up. S&Ps are up 8, Dow's up 104, NASDAQ up 22, Russell's up 14, gold's down 6, VIX is down 4 cents, VXX down 17 cents. Is VXX going sub 16? Is VIX going to go sub 21? Oh, man, Baidu is still ripping. Here. Seems like there's a lot of news this morning. I'm just checking to see if there's anything pertaining to what we're talking about here. Man, Baidu is still ripping. Alibaba's up 9. I think Baidu is going to probably squeeze up higher. Yo, good morning, Dan. Mraz. Apple faked me out yesterday, going to move today. I don't know. Apple, I haven't been trading Apple because it's been way too choppy. I haven't been able to predict its movements too much. Like, I haven't been trading Apple. I think like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I took a $200 hit on Apple, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sit back. And now that's not a lot of money, but I don't want to keep losing on Apple. And obviously I watch it every day. Apple's down here every day. I watch it because I really like trading it. Apple was my top performer in 2020, but I can't. I'm having a hard time trading it right now. I'll be honest with you. So I haven't been trading it. So if you have a hard time trading something, don't continue to trade it. Ooh, man, Alibaba should have. I mean, so many opportunities to get long here, but like at the same time, it's very scary. I mean, I guess you just have to, you just gotta be careful. Airbnb pushing up to 179, 180 right now. Airbnb. Anybody long Airbnb? This thing is on a tear. I mean, it's up $40, $30 in almost $40 now in 2 days, 3 days. You got 1K on GameStop calls. Yo, congrats, Grant. Up 200% on Baba. Yo, Daniel, with your spreads. Nice job, man. Right now, I am. Let's see what I'm doing here. Let's see what I got going on here. Ooh, AMD is costing me some money this morning. AMD is costing me some money. It's down 90 cents. Should be okay. Snow's trying to push up here. It's trying to push 310. So we'll see what happens. I'm making some money back in Snow. mRNA, it's going to be a slow grind because I'm selling some premium in there. So that's not going to be a quick buck. And premium, I mean, I'm 36 days out, so I'm a little bit early here. Lululemon, I'm getting some money back in too, but I'm still underwater on Lululemon. So we'll, I guess I'm relatively flat on the day. So we got to make something happen or the market's going to have to move. Specifically, what I want is Snow and Lululemon to move where I want to go. I'm not really too concerned about AMD. I mean, I made $95 in AMD yesterday. So, I mean, I'm down $80 this week on AMD if it were to close here. But I think AMD is going to, let me see here. I think AMD, took a nasty drop. I think AMD likes this 89.90 area. I mean, it may push 89.90, which it did tap 90 today. Could go even 88. But I mean, we're area of sport. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to hold. I'm willing to relax. So I don't need to do anything right now. I could average down, but I don't need to. I got a lot of time. I have in them. Actually, I don't have in the money contracts. I'm at 90. I have the 92.50 strike. Yesterday, I was trading the 90 strike on AMD. Today, I'm trading the 90. Right now, I have the 92.50s because I thought we were going to get a rip to the upside. Did you go over earnings coming up? Yeah, let me get it for you, Sarah. Hold on. Here you go. So Delta already had it, but tomorrow morning, JP Morgan, Citibank, Wells Fargo, PNC. Next week, nothing on Monday because Monday, market is closed Monday for MLK Day. Tuesday, we have Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, and Netflix. So if you wanna screenshot this or let me know, I'll send it to you. But here it is. Yeah, James, we need Snow. Like I said, Snow needs to be above. Let me see. Can I get out of this position right now for? You know what? I'm probably just. It's at a $9 loss. I'm gonna close out these calls. This put here for $9. I'm done. I'm done waiting for it. Let's see if I can get out. Right now, so what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to close out these expire tomorrow. I'm trying to close out my Januaries, leave my Februaries open. That's what I'm trying to do here. Let's see if I can get out of this because I'm done waiting for this. If I can get out with a minimum loss, because I was down on this like $300. If I can get out of this with a minimum loss, I'll be good, but it seems like that might not happen. I'm trying not to take a hit on my P&L this week. Just trying to take it easy. Let's try to get out here. 215. Yeah. And they do not want me out of this trade. All right. Well, I'll wait. I'll be patient. I'll wait. I think that the thing about Snow is the contracts are not that liquid on Snow. So they kind of misquote the price. So I'm in this week expiration. Not, I mean, there's some volume now. Actually, some good volume on this week's 310 calls. What are they going to do? Open interest only 1,300 though. Yeah, Facebook is ripping. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens to Snow. Of course, disappointing at 310. I mean, 310 has definitely been resistance. Lululemon starting to get some money back in Lululemon today. Lululemon is pushing back up 355 area. So now I'm only down on that 140. So, you know, you're going to be like when you're trading, a lot of people get afraid to take loss. A lot of people get afraid to take loss when you're trading. It's okay to have losses. The question is, how do you manage them? How do you manage that loss? How do you get through it? That's what you have to decide for yourself. Like, you know, I have losses in my account right now. But the question is, how do you get through it? How do you push through it? And, you know, it's always kind of like a balancing act. When you're trading options, it's always like a balancing act. Like, you take a hit, how are you going to fight back? You got to be able to fight back. That's why you don't want to use 100% of your capital in one trade, because if it goes bad, you don't have a way to fight back and balance out your account and get back to the green. So yes, even though I have some things that are red, I have been taking profits. I have been fighting through, and you know, you have to figure out how to balance out the losses in your account. You know, this is options trading. You have the opportunity to make adjustments to make sure you stay in the green. And that's why I always say stay green. You know, you have to make adjustments. You always have to start thinking, you have to keep thinking ahead. Like, okay, if this trade goes against me, what's my move? Does it hit my stop loss? And that'll minimize the damage that way. Do I put another trade on somewhere else to offset the loss because I still believe that this trade is going to happen? It's just price actions being a little difficult right now. You can put a new trade on. You can then say, hey, like for Snow, what I did, the 310s weren't working out. So I went into February, started selling premium in here. You know, I still believe in the trade. So we'll see what happens, man. Yeah, Snow's getting axed right now. So we'll see. Yeah, AMD. We'll see about AMD. We'll see. I mean, I'm not doing bad today, but every day today has not been like great. I mean, I've been doing okay. Like, I guess it's just I didn't have that many positions on. Man, Apple's getting clobbered right now. I'm looking for a nice Lululemon spike in here. DKNG. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. DKNG above 55. If we can hold this, if DKNG can hold this, I would like to get long in this area. DKNG likes to sell off though. These as you can see here, rips up, sells, rips up, sells, rips up. So I'm not gonna be jumping right in. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be the first person to jump in DraftKings. Penn, let's see, Penn. Yeah, DraftKings Penn, I mean, after these moves up have been kind of consolidating a little bit, so not too excited about Penn right now. Snapchat, actually, I'm surprised. I mean, Snapchat actually was very surprising yesterday. It gave up everything. It went from 57 down to 53. I mean, that was a big down day for Snapchat. Now, is it going to reverse here? It might. We'll see. And Snapchat's been strong. Snapchat has been strong. I mean, I don't like the app, and I think that, you know, when you're selling hot pockets of teenagers, there's not going to be a lot of profit in there. But I mean, the chart's doing what the chart's doing. Square's ripping up. So Square, I mean, I made some really good money on that trade yesterday at 234. So I'm not hating. I knew it was going to go to 240. I just didn't want to take the chance, you know. Out the gate today. It's just ripping. Just ripping right out the gate. All right. If Snow can close above 310 today, That's really the only trade that I need to happen. I think it could, but I'd say Twitter is time limited. In my opinion, there isn't any growth potential. Yeah, Twitter's a great platform, but it's for very specific people. You know, it's for very specific people. It's not for everybody. And I think that is why Twitter has never like overcome like Facebook. Facebook's for everybody. Twitter is not really for everybody, you know. Twitter's for a certain group of people, which is fine. I'm actually surprised it did this well this year. I mean, it went from 20 to 56. It's at 47. I mean, I think Twitter will bounce, but the question is when. Boeing's actually making a giant rip up right now. Probably will sell off though. You know. However, 50 day is kind of bullish. Running the 50 day like this could pop off 240. I mean, there's a bull bet, but I don't like getting long Boeing overnight. Like I don't like it. I do not like it. Yeah, I do not like that. So far, I mean, today's been kind of on the calm side. Since we opened, I mean, the Qs are relatively flat. SPY still relatively flat since open, even though it does look like it's coiling up a little bit. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a ramp here, potentially. A little choppy on the 1 minute, 5 minute. 5 minute looks a little cleaner, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tesla's down a little bit today. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but like to all the people that were like Tesla 1000 by Friday, like are getting killed. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what those calls are. Let's go. Let's see what they're. Let's see what the 1000 strike calls, because you know they had them for this week. The 1,000 strike calls are now down they're down 46% today. 46 call. Let's see what these guys were doing over the last. So these have gone over the last 5 days. Actually, that's the 1 day. Hold on, let me pull up the 5 day here. So over the last 5 days, this is look at this. This is how insane premium was on these 1,000 strike calls for Tesla, and these calls went from like 60 cents to around $1. Let's just call it $1, up to $12.70, and now worth 23 cents. Hit a low of 12 cents. Why do they buy these, man? Like, that's the kind of stuff that like frustrates me, because like this chart right here for the Tesla 1000 calls for this week is 100% ignorant. You know what I mean? Like they don't know anything about options trading. They're just betting and betting and betting and betting and betting. And look at this. It went from $12, went from, people, like it went from $1 to $12, which is great. It's fine. You can use premium that way. But I mean, it's down to 24 cents now. And well, they're going to learn. They're going to learn. Yeah, looks like everything is kind of coming down a little bit. Oh, DoorDash looks good. Let's see here. DoorDash hitting 204 right now. It's making a run. And that 140 pin last week was key. Snow's coming down. You know, that's why we can't have nice things. That's why we can't have nice things. Yeah, Daniel Ring. That's a great. This is a. The Tesla 1000 call was a premium seller's dream. Premium seller's dream. Easy money very quickly. All right, looks like let's see SPY here. That's SPX. Let's see SPY. SPY is a little, yeah, it's kind of just consolidating right here. Is it going to push up? Amazon had a great day yesterday. Amazon's down. Some pressure on Amazon. Yesterday, Amazon had a great day. Can't believe it went sub 3,100. I mean, how is like Lululemon performing? Lululemon's like performing better than like the rest of the market right now. All right, just give me a little pop on Lululemon. Will be good. Square still pushing. Nvidia, see, Nvidia's down $3 today. I mean, it's just been selling off all morning here. Still in consolidation mode. Nothing's changed with Nvidia. Riot's taking the elevator. Let's see here. Riot. Sure is. 16% today. Let's see here. I mean, it's up pretty big. Calls are up $200, 200% for this week. Yeah, I mean, it's moving. Let's see here. CRM still not doing anything. Sub 220 is trying to break out, but struggling. CRM's just struggling on CRM. NIO is down. I want to see NIO down to like 55, 50 range. I'd like to see it come down. Would you trade GS after earnings? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I like trading Goldman Sachs. I really do. I just don't know. I don't know what they're like after a run like that. I don't know what position I would put on. You know, premium's kind of low. They might stay flat. I mean, there's a lot of things that would be if I traded earnings would be working against me, and that's not really my style. You know. But yeah, right now it looks like the market is it's been doing this, like just opens and chills, you know, like look at Qs. Look at Qs right here. It's opened and just sitting here. Apple came down, but I think Apple might come up off, it might bounce off the 129, 130 here. VXX just straight down. Volatility is going straight down, which is kind of showing us why we're having the flatness here. Netflix coming down. With option volatility, interest rates at a historically low level, stocks were the only alternative. That was a sign that asset managers were unhedged. Bullish sentiment was also at record high. A year ago, a similar table was set. Investors completely ignored the significance that the happening in China. They rationalized the virus would come and go. Stocks would be okay. Let's see, Netflix. Let's see. Last quarter, Netflix came down, but it wasn't at these support levels. Netflix, last quarter, Netflix didn't do that well. Let's see if we can do something in Netflix. See if Netflix wants to come down. I want to see if Netflix wants to come down a little bit more. we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens. Right now, market relatively on the flat side. We're heading a little bit lower on some of these stocks here. So you guys have a great day. Again, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.